Hi YouTube, it's the Bean, and I came across some information I thought you'd like to hear about. The newest version of the NDAA legalizes the use of propaganda on the U.S. public now, as if we weren't being fed enough bullshit as it is. The newest version of the National Defense Authorization Act includes an amendment that would legalize the use of propaganda on the American public. The amendment proposed by Mac Thornberry, a Republican from Texas, and Adam Smith, a Democrat from Washington, and passed in the House last Friday afternoon, would effectively nullify the Smith-Mundt Act of 1948, which explicitly forbids information and psychological operations aimed at influencing U.S. public opinion. Wow. Thornberry said that the current law ties the hands of America's diplomatic officials, military, and others by inhibiting our ability to effectively communicate in a credible way. So what does credible mean now? I thought credible meant trusting and honest. I don't understand. They're using doublespeak, and this just makes absolutely no sense to me. So they're allowed to use psychological operations, propaganda, PSYOPS. The vote came just 2 days after a federal judge ruled that a counterterrorism provision in the annual defense bill was unconstitutional, which right now everything that's going on is unconstitutional. The fact that we take orders from the UN is unconstitutional because nobody voted these people in. This is a parallel government. We have absolutely no say what goes on, and we had absolutely no say what went on here. Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis, who released a highly critical report regarding a distortion of truth by senior military officials in Iraq and Afghanistan, dedicated a section of his report to information operations, IO, and states that after Desert Storm, the military wanted to transform IO into a core military competency on a par with air, ground, maritime, and special operations. Davis defines IO as the integrated employment of electronic warfare. And there you have it. In the wake of the UN basically saying that they're going to take over, the internet, put restrictions on what you can post, like this information here, and just telling the truth and getting the truth out to people. And Brzezinski in Poland last week saying that basically, there are too many people waking up in America, and this is not good. This is a wonderful thing, and I'm so happy to bring this information to you. If you are already awake, if you're just now, rubbing the sleep out of your eyes and you're getting this information, we made a decision in 1948 that there was no propaganda to be used here. They used it overseas. They did it, in Japan, and they did it during wartime in foreign countries, and they knew that they couldn't do it here, but they're doing it here, and they always have anyways. The mainstream media is a complete, definition of what PSYOPS is, neuro-linguistic programming, and, just spreading bullshit. But, this is all legal now. The employment of electronic warfare, computer network operations, psychological operations, PSYOPs, military deception, operations, security, in concert with specified supporting and relating capabilities to influence, disrupt, corrupt, usurp, adversarial, human, and automated decision-making while protecting their own. They should have put their own there. Their own. This is not us. Their own. IO are primarily used to target foreign audiences, foreign audiences. We are the foreign audiences because we are the foreign audience, because we are foreign to them, because we don't know the way they live. We've never experienced the way that they live. You know, they eat with platinum silverware and wipe their asses with the paper that our money supposedly is, printed. They use that paper. That's probably what their rolls of toilet paper are made out of. So we are said foreign audiences. But Davis cites numerous senior leaders who want to protect a key friendly center of gravity, to wit, U.S. national will, by repealing the Smith-Mundt Act to allow the direct deployment of these tactics on the American public. Davis quotes General Ralph O. Baker, the Pentagon officer responsible for the Department of Defense's joint force development, i.e. the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and Marines, who defines IO as activities undertaken to shape the essential narrative of a conflict or situation, and thus affecting the attitudes and behaviors of us, the targeted audience, and equates descriptions of combat operations and standard marketing strategies, which then they go on to talk about commercial advertisers and how many times do you see a commercial running, and then how many times do you just mindlessly grab said product you've seen on the commercial. And they said that the very same principles will apply on how they influence the target audiences when they conduct coin. Davis subsequently explains the cumulative failure of our nation's major media in every category. Basically, he's saying that the major media, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, have a cumulative failure amongst them, as they continually interviewed only those senior U.S. officials who had top-level access, even as the officials given that clearance were required to stick to talking points given to them by Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld. So, but there's a lot of good reporters out there that take them off said talking points and get them saying stuff that they really shouldn't. But now they can just give us bullshit-ass propaganda. And in closing, it says, if the NDAA goes into effect in its current form, the State Department and Pentagon can bypass manipulating what they used so long, manipulating the mainstream media outlets and just spreading disinformation and misinformation and lies and bullshit and fluffy dreams, and directly disseminate campaigns of misinformation on the U.S. public. So there you have it, with that nice little picture of Santa Claus. I wonder where he wants to put that finger. Poor Timmy and Sally. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. But there you have it. I just thought I'd give you that information. Came from the Business Insider. I'll leave a link in below if you want to check that out. But thanks for listening. I just want to bring the truth out there to you. Leave me a comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate my efforts here. And keep spreading the truth. It's the Bean. Talk to you later.